Hi there, and welcome to another episode of the Creative Writer podcast by Sani Laakso, and that's me. Today we are going to talk about ISBNs, and if you don't know what that is, go Google it. But basically, it's this kind of like identification number for your book, but for a more, for a better description or like definition, go check out Google. I'm sure they have the answer. But basically, ISBN is, it's kind of like this identification number for, a certain edition of a certain book, like ebook, ebooks have their own, and the paperbacks have their own, and so on. But yeah, all my information is once again in the episode description, so subscribe to my mailing list and follow me on social media and so on. Thank you again for being here, and now let's talk about the ISBNs. ISBNs and like how you can get an ISBN, especially, it depends a lot on your country. Like, where are you living? Like here in Finland, ISBNs are free, and I just have to kind of like apply for an ISBN for my book, and I'll get one, basically. But I believe in US, the official ISBN like registrant is called Bauka or something like that. And they charge for the ISBNs. I believe it's less than $100 per ISBN. Like perhaps like $89, but you'll have to check to make sure. And I believe there's also some sort of bulk price for like multiple ISBNs. So yeah, like 10 ISBNs maybe. But I honestly can't remember for certain the numbers. So you'll have to go to, Bauka's website and see if you are from the US. In Canada, I'm sorry, but I can't remember where you can get them. But I think Canada might also have free ISBNs. I could be wrong though, so don't trust this. You can usually find your country's ISBN registrant, like the official one. Don't use third-party ISBNs, like never. But in Canada, you can get them from free, if I'm not wrong, but don't count on that. But unfortunately, I can't remember where you can get them. So you'll have to Google like Canada ISBN registrant or something. And same goes for other countries. Just Google your country and ISBN and registrant, and I think you will find it there. Just make sure it's the official one. And I believe in the UK it costs something. I can't remember what it is. What is the cost? But I believe it's Nelson or something. But once again, check out this, because as you may or may not know, I'm from Finland. I know how it works here. We have I didn't know the English title, but in Finnish it's Kansalliskirjasto, and that's where we can get the ISBNs, and they are free here, and they're also free in some of the other countries. But then again, there's also more countries where it costs something to get an ISBN for your ebook or paperback or hardcover. But yeah, then why do you need an ISBN? Well, I believe Amazon and perhaps even Ingram's, but I could be actually wrong about that. But some distributors, at least I believe Amazon, but also perhaps some other, distributors provide, self-publishing authors, free ISBNs, but then you are not, mentioned as the publisher in the ISBN. But if you're a new author just starting out, and if it costs you something in your country, to get an ISBN, then go ahead and get a free one if you feel like it. But if not, well, I just explained where you can get an ISBN. And then yeah, it's like an identification. ISBN is like an identification number for your book, and if you can get it for free, I don't see why you wouldn't get one for yourself. And if you are like building a career and writing multiple books, I think you should get your own ISBNs. And all editions, like first, second, and so on, and all ebooks, paperbacks, and hardcovers, they all have to have separate ISBNs. So just keep that in mind. Like if you want to edit your first book, for example, your very first book that you've ever written, you want to publish it and then edit it more later on, you are going to need a new ISBN because it's going to be a second edition then. And what else? Yeah, that's like the basics of ISBNs. And then again, if it costs you something, I don't think you need to have one if your distributor gives them for free. But then again, I personally will get ISBNs of my own. So yeah, it's all up to you. And by the way, ISBNs are international. So they're not country based or anything. Usually the ISBN code actually includes there's different parts in the code, but basically based on the code, retailers and such can tell if it's meant for English readers, like people who speak and read in English, and so on. But you can find more information about that online. There's I believe, at least here in Finland, our official ISBN registrant, they have their website, and there's more information about ISBN. So definitely go see if you have any more questions. I'm not some ISBN professional, but I have done my research, and this is all based on my research. But as you can see, I've done very little research based on how it's in the US. Also, I know how it is in the US because I've listened to podcast episodes and such which talk about that. But I have no idea how it works in some of the countries, like, I don't know, France or German. I don't even know how it works in Sweden. So, just make sure you do your research based on where you live. But once again, I can't tell you whether or not you should have your own ISBN. I think it honestly depends on so many factors, like, do you have the money if it costs something in your country? Is it worth it to pay something for it, And then, how many books are you going to publish? Is it going to be your, like, I don't know, lifelong career? Or are you just going to publish this one book and say, because you want to, be able to say that you're an author and you have put your hard work into this book and you just want this one book to be out? It depends on so many factors. But if you want to make a lifelong career out of being an author and writing books, I think you should own your own ISBNs. But once again, that's my opinion, and as I hope I've stated in a few more episodes, writing advice isn't universal. I may tell you what works for me, but it's not guaranteed to work for you. So definitely try things and figure things out for yourself, and make your own decisions. And yeah, I hope this kind of cleared out what an ISBN is and why you might need one, even if you could get one for free from, like, KDP or something. But don't get third party. If someone is selling, for example, in the US, I believe there's third party, like companies and such that buy ISBNs and then sell them at a cheaper price. They're going to own that ISBN if they have bought it from Boke. And I believe same thing may happen in other countries where it costs something. So don't use that kind of third party ISBNs. Get them from the official registrant, or if you want to, you can use your distributors like KDP, or I don't know if Draft to Digital or Smashwords provide ISBNs, but I can't remember if England Spark and so on provides those, but I know here in Finland, and I believe they also are, they are a German company that also is here in Finland, BOD, Books on Demand. I believe they provide free ISBNs, for example. So yeah, do your research and base your decisions on that. Thank you again for watching this or for listening to this. All my information is once again in the episode description, so check that out. And yeah, thank you so much. Happy Friday, creatives. Bye.